Welcome for today's high intensity resistance training session. We have 3 blocks. Each block has 3 exercises, but the work frame is going to change from block to block. The first block we're going to work for 30 seconds on and 10 seconds for the next exercise. But we're going to do the same exercise twice, and we're going to do that for 2 rounds. Moving on for block number 2, work frame going to be 40 seconds on, 15 seconds for the next, and 3 rounds. The final one, we're going to change the work frame for 50 seconds on and 10 seconds, doing the exercises for 3 rounds as well. So we're going to shuffle a little bit about the time frame. Don't worry about it. I will show you along the way, and I'll also show you the next exercise in that rest period, starting with a warm-up and finishing off with a stretch. So you're going to bring a set of dumbbell, exercise mat, good shoes, and some water. I got my time working here for us, and we are going to do this one together. So get your equipment and some water, and we are ready to hit it hard. Ready for the warm-up. So starting out by the distance between your feet, reaching up and inhaling and open up and exhale. Let's go again. Reaching up and pull back arms. 2 more. Inhaling, exhaling, and 1 more. We're going to speed it a bit up, so we're going to swing our arms, get up on our forefoot, and reaching up for that ceiling. Keep your chin in and engage with your core and your pelvic floor. Now we're going to open up a little bit more for a V, so arms a bit out to the side, still reaching up, and keep that inhaling and exhaling. Let's go for 4 and 3, 2 and 1. We're going to circle out here. So stepping a bit, engaging your glute, so squeezing your glute as the toe hit the floor. Bring arms up and open in your shoulder joint and get your breathing in place. So you have that little tightness in your core supporting your spine. And we're going to go to center. We're going to go with both arms, knees and toes pointing in the same direction, reaching up and engage your pelvic floor. Now even when we're standing here with a big stance between our feet, and we're gonna go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and we're gonna push it forward and bring it back. So pushing, pulling, just a little bit of a bounce in your knees to begin with. So pushing forward, and we're gonna add a squat. So pushing and pull back, push. So we have your entire body engaged here. You keep your chin in. You're gonna keep your chest up, pushing forward and pushing back with your butt and reaching back. So let's go for 8, inhaling and exhaling. Pushing forward and get that weight on your heels for the final 4, 4 and 3, 2 and a final 1. Hands on your thighs, bending a bit here, and we're going to push cross center and reaching from one side to the opposite. Let's go with our legs as well, pushing from one side to the opposite. Make sure you don't have your hands right on your kneecap, but keep your hands on your thighs, a good safe spot for the hands to be. So pushing, maybe you can go all the way down to get a bit more dynamic stretch in your inner thigh and reaching out. But as we go from side to side, you're still pushing your weight back so you don't get your knees over toes. So let's go for 4 and 3, engaging your core. 2 and 1 more on each side, and let's go to center, a bit close packed with your feet, and we're gonna roll it up, and we're gonna keep hands on our thighs, slowly down again. So bring it up, engaging your core, back down again, and we're gonna do that 2 more times. Bring shoulders back and up we go, and a final 1. Slowly down and up we go. So we are ready to go for the first block. The work frame is going to be the 30 seconds on and the 10 seconds for the next exercise. So the first block, we're going to do the same exercise twice. And we have 3 exercises moving on to the next exercise and so on. And we're going to do that for 2 rounds. So our extra set in this block number 1. So the first exercise we're going to do, you're going to bring your dumbbells and we're gonna go for a shoulder fly. So do remember, it's only 30 seconds at the time, and we're gonna split it with the 10 seconds break in between. So you're gonna engage your core and you're gonna lean a bit forward. We're gonna open arms up and slowly back down again. And all depending on your weight on your dumbbells, you should try to go a little bit hard. Of course, all depending on your fitness level journey. If you just started, you might want to go a little bit less with the dumbbells, but you can always also go single arm instead, but I will be back for that. So 30 seconds for this one. Going to do the same exercise twice, moving on for the next, and then we're going to go for one more round. So I'm going to start the timer here with the work frame of the 30 seconds. So leaning a bit forward, shoulders are back, inhaling and exhaling. Bring dumbbells up and slowly down again. It's you that is in control of the movement. So bring dumbbells up, and as mentioned, you can go single arm, all about the good quality first. So the muscle and the mind connection, where you actually feel that you're working with your shoulders, supporting your back with your core intact, and reaching up, and don't forget about your pelvic floor. So we have a little bit of a rest. We're going to do the same exercise one more time before we move on for exercise number 2, and we're going to bring it up. So the 2 first exercises are going to be a shoulder exercise. Then we're going to leave off the shoulders and do some pulse and lower body work. So bring it up, slowly down again, inhaling and exhaling. So engage your full body, helping your shoulder joint. 5 seconds, keep your chin in and bring it up and down. Yes, we're gonna go for a shoulder open. So 90 degree, we're gonna pull out to the side and bring it in again. Make sure it's not your wrist. So in with your arms, open up and back to center. So squeeze and feel the tightness of the back of your shoulders, easing off with your knees. So make sure you have slightly loosening up in your joint, not bending, but not overlocking. So bring it out to the side, in again. Inhale or exhale. So bring your core into play as well. Pull it back and in. Resting your hands. One more, and then we're gonna go for some skater touchdown, getting short of breath, and bring it up. So try to look at your wrist. So no movement in your wrist. It's just gonna be around your shoulder joint that you are doing the exercise. Pull it back and to center. Inhaling and exhaling. Squeeze a little bit in your glutes and your thighs. Open up, back to center. Stay put with your lower back. And now you're gonna put the dumbbells in front of you. We're gonna do a skater touchdown. So we're gonna go down here, touching one foot in front, and we're gonna do that for 30 seconds. So reaching up here, pushing your buttocks back, and inhale on your way up and exhale on your way down. And if this is too much, you can go down and you can turn around and you can do a totally body extension where you stay put here. So make sure you get affected on your breathing. 5 seconds. Yeps. And we're gonna go for one more of this, and then we're gonna start all over, repeating one more round. So ready to do the skater touchdown. So make sure you push your buttocks back so you keep your knee behind your toes. Inhaling, exhaling, and remind yourself this is only 30 seconds. It's gonna take a little while before we're back for this skater touchdown, so pushing yourself. Back we go. Yeps. So bring your dumbbells, 2 rounds of the shoulder fly. Shoulders are back. And bring it up and down. Squeezing. Engaging core, engaging pelvic floor, and I hope you sound a bit like me, affected on my breathing. Keeping myself going. Slowly down. Yes, ready for the completely finally round for the shoulder. Fly, lifting up. Final round for this one. Squeezing and back again. Lifting up. And you can go single arm. So keep the quality. If you start shaking your body forward and back, it's time for you to go single arm. 5 seconds. Yeps. Ready to do the shoulder open twice. So shoulders are back and we are ready. 90-degree, open and back into center. Move it out to the side and front. Shoulders down. Bring it out and in again. Squeezing slowly back in again. Open up and into center. Yep, and we have one more, and then we're gonna do the skater touchdown twice, and we have a water break. So pushing yourself a bit here for the 30 seconds. Look at your wrist. Elbows in, open up, and feel it off the back of your shoulder joint, in between your shoulder blades. Inhale and exhale, open up. Only 10 more seconds. So keep up the good work. Up and out. And final one. Yeps. Dumbbell out. Skater touchdown twice. Work in for the 30 seconds and the 30 seconds, and we have a break. Engaging, and let's hit it here. Push your buttocks back, or do the totally body extension if you're not ready for the jumping part just yet. Or you can always go and do some jogging on the spot. What is important, especially if you're new to this, that you push yourself a bit harder every time you do the workout. Here we go. Yes. Ready for the final round actually. So engaging, and let's hit it. So do remember, we have a water break right after this one. So inhale as you're reaching up and exhale as you go down. Engage that full core area and keep the movement for another 12 seconds. I'm here with you. So do your very best. Yes. Timer to a stop. And we're gonna change the work frame. So you know, a great thing about get affected on your breathing, get short of breath, is that you know that it will pass over and you will get settled in your breathing again. So we have now the work frame of the 40 seconds on and the 15 seconds in between. 3 new exercises. Get water, and if you don't need any break in between, you want to push yourself even more. We're gonna do reverse lunges and biceps curl. We're gonna do some push up to a triceps kickback, and we're gonna do some jump squat. So now we change the setup. We're gonna do the exercises one after each other for the 3 rounds. So my timer's gonna hit it here, and we're gonna start out doing the reverse lunges and the biceps curl. So let's go. Bring it back and up to a standing position. Alternative between your legs. So lifting up, pushing your weight back, get into a 90-degree in your front leg and reaching up with your chest and bring it back. You can always go, if you find it too much, you can go back here, and then you can do the biceps curl when you're standing up. If it's too much juggling here, doing it at the same time. Do remember, when you get up to center, you're gonna squeeze your glutes and your arms. So as you're bending here, squeezing. Even amount on each. Bring it up. We're gonna go for the push-up and the triceps kick back. So in for a push-up position here. Gonna bring it up, kick back here, alternative arm, or do it on your knees instead. So you can always go down here, lifting up, and a kick back. Down with your chest, up and kick. Or you can do it on your toes, if possible. So engage your core, some shoulder stability work here as well. Lifting up, go for a flexed elbow to a straightening elbow. And maybe you can do 2 on toes and then you go back on your knees. It doesn't matter, but try to get an equal amount on each. Yeps. Leave the dumbbells here in front of you. We're gonna go for jump squat. 40 seconds of that, one after each other. It's always good to mix the intervals and the setup. So chest is up and buttocks is back. So as you jump up, you're gonna move your arms back. It makes it much easier to get up from the ground. So good distance between your feet makes it easier to come down with your buttocks, engaging your glute muscle. 10 seconds. Bring it up. Keep it going. Do some jogging on the spot or ordinary squat. Yeps. Reverse lunges, biceps curl, second round. So shoulders are back here. Using the rest period to get into position. Bring it up. Squeezing the front of your arms. And I promise you, by the end of the session, you have worked out every single muscle. In we go, and straight up. Shoulders are back. Squeezing. Muscle-mind connection. Feel what you're doing. Bring it up. Good position. Back to center. 8 more seconds. Start it on right, finish on left. Bring it back and squeeze. In for the kick back here. So first the push up, then bring up the dumbbell. 5 seconds. Yeps. All the way down. Bring it up and kick it back. You can always go with a bit more distance between your feet to keep the position. Engaging your core. Make sure you're not slacking, hyperextending in your lower back. 1 position up, 1. And the same position, down. Bring it up and bring it back again. Yeps. Upper body's resting and ready to do the lower body. So good distance between your feet and let's go. Pulling arms back. Inhale as you go up. Exhale as you go down. Or maybe you want to do something that feels better for you, where you get affected on your breathing as well. Just make sure out of the 3 exercises, only 1 is a pulse exercise. So you need to get affected on your breathing to get that good effect of the high intensity resistance training, where we elevate our pulse and come back and do the strength exercises. And reaching up and Final one. Biceps curl and by reverse lunges. Shoulders are well back. Nice and proud position. Stepping back. Reaching up, squeezing. It's not gonna happen by itself. You need to do the movement, the squeeze. Chest is up. Bring it up. Pull your leg back. Squeezing up. And keep moving. It's your final round. You only have 12 seconds left. Squeeze your core, your pelvic floor, your arms, your glutes, everything. Yep, that was that one. Ready for the push up to the triceps. Kick back one more round, and then we have a break coming up. So engage your core, ready to do the push up. And a good stable position on your opposite arm. Squeezing slowly down. Bring it up. Yep, you can do it. And if you need a little bit of a break here, you can go down on your knees and continue. So much better just to keep it going, but modifying. And you will get so much better. Yes. And the jump squat. One more round. And you should be a little red and mushy in your face and affected on your breathing. So inhale, exhale, arms back, butt back, chin in. And sometimes I see people do jump squat like this. So they feel like getting close to the floor because they put the head down. You should get your butt down and not your head. Reaching up. 10 more seconds. Push it. 5 seconds. And here we are. Great job. Timer to a stop. And we are gonna go for the final rock block in just a few seconds. So get some water. And we have 3 more exercises with the work frame of 50 seconds and 10 seconds for the next one. So the first exercise, we're going to be standing, and we have 10 seconds to lie down, and then we're going to turn around and do the third one. So exercise number 1 is going to be a row. So we're going to go here, bring it up and back again. And then we're gonna go for some glute bridge with a chest press. We're gonna go here, squeezing, up we go, down again. So up we go with our arms and with our hips. And then we're gonna turn around for a mountain climber cross under. And you can actually just keep the dumbbells in your hands to get up and standing again. So now we have the 50 seconds on and 10 seconds in between. Starting by standing, shoulders are back. Distance between your feet and leaning forward with an upright position. So bring it back, engage your core and bring it back so you feel the connection with your ab muscle as well. So you might not do a ordinary sit-up, but you're engaging your core, your abs in all the different kind of exercises. That's what I especially like about working with free weights, dumbbells, is that you are gonna balance as you work your way through. So shoulders coming back, looking a bit straight forward in front of you, not pushing your head back, but keep your chin in. Don't forget about your pelvic floor. Squeezing. And we're gonna lie down. 10 seconds for that. And feet down, thrusting hips up and push your arms upwards. So bring it up, squeezing your glutes, pushing up. And do remember to do the adduction with your arms. So you need to push your dumbbells towards center. So bring it up, slowly down again. Squeezing, and this is a good time for you to combine it with some pelvic floor job. I know not a lot of people talk about the pelvic, but man or woman, we have the pelvic floor, and it's very important to keep that muscle working as well. So squeeze, pelvic floor, abs, put your dumbbells towards center, squeezing glutes, yeps. And now we're gonna turn around for the mountain climber cross under, engaging with our abs and core. So straight position here, or maybe you wanna just go put your hands down. So twisting, so we get the obliques muscle as well working with us. So make sure that you pull that knee towards opposite elbow, and you should get affected on your breathing. So what I often see is, especially women, pulling their butt back and pushing their weight back on their legs, which is not a very smart thing to do, because you want to get their weight up on your arms so you can work with your legs in an easier way. So straight arms here, pushing and pulling underneath yourself, twisting around your spine. Inhale and exhale for another 5 seconds. Yes, and we are back up to standing position for the row. Second round out of the 3, and this is our final block for this workout session. So when we're done to completed the second and the third round, we're gonna do the stretching. So pulling back and front. Squeezing. Bring it back and front. Weight on your heels. Look a bit straight in front of you. Chin is in, slightly bended knees. Inhale, exhale. 8 more seconds. And that one, lie down. So the glute bridge and the chest press up. So pull your dumbbells towards center. Squeeze slowly down. And connect with your pelvic floor as well. Pushing up, and you can always go further out with your dumbbells, not right up and down, but out to the side for a little bit more of a resistance. But still doing the adduction, the movement towards center to get your chest into play. Don't forget about your glutes and your pelvic floor. So for modification, you can go straight up and down. Squeeze. Yes. Mountain climber cross under. Hands right underneath. Shoulder belt, and let's go. Affected on our breathing. Inhale and twisting. So if you look down towards your knees, your butt is gonna move up. You should try to stay in that position here with the knees working underneath you, so you get the good possible ab work. Twisting. Long movements. Keep that buttocks down, look at that forward in front of you. 15 seconds. Engage with your core. So imagine you do this with no top on. So keep that engagement in your core. 5 seconds. Yes. In for our final round of the 3 exercises. And then we're gonna go for the stretch. Back we go. And remind yourself about your position of your neck. But back, lifting up, forward we go. So from hip and down, you actually have just the same position. Moving up a bit with your upper body as you're lifting your dumbbells. 15 seconds. Bring it in. 5 seconds. Here we are. So either straight up or out to the side. Moving up. And bring it up. Out to the side. Whoops. And pulling it up and out again. Squeezing. Open arms or straight up arms. Wherever you feel it the best way and you have the best quality. So feel it in your chest area, your core and your glute and your pelvic floor. Yes. And now for the mountain climb across. Under, final exercise, and push it underneath. Look a bit forward, twisting underneath yourself. So weight up on your arms, twisting, so don't lean back. Lean forward up on your arms so you can get your feet and your legs to move. Twisting, and we only have 15 seconds left and then you complete it. Just doing the stretch and you've done a full body workout. So keep it on for 10 seconds. Short and efficient, just like we want to have it. And here we are, yes. So maybe you want to go and have a bit of water, or maybe you want to lie straight down, straighten your arms, straighten your legs, and for just a few seconds, focus on your breathing a bit more. Inhaling, expanding your chest, exhaling, and inhale. Exhaling. 2 more. And a final one, inhale. Final one with focus, So bend your knees, straight your knees upwards. Keep your knees in a straight position. You might want to go with your hands here. And we're going to straighten and flexion and extension in our ankle joints. Relax your shoulders. And we're going to open up. Get that good stretch in our inner thighs. Relaxing our shoulders and relaxing your face. Inhale and exhale. Let go of any tension in your shoulder area. Bend knees, straighten out your left leg, bend your right leg and move that right bended leg over top of the straight left leg. Open up with your right arm. Get a nice stretch in your chest, your spine, your hip area. If you don't have a lot of time for stretching, this universal stretch is the one to choose. And you're gonna breathe in, and you're gonna exhale, and you're gonna keep reminding yourself to relax into the stretch. And that includes your face as well. And back into center, bend your left leg, straighten your right leg, and move that bended leg over top, and left leg out to the side, twisting over, and feel that great twist in your lower back, in your chest area. So it's a good way to test your ability, your mobility. You might not think about it while you can, but one day you might have not been doing the stretch for a long time and you feel all stiff and tight. But of course, that is an issue that is always a solution too. So if you want to do a little bit more of a stretching, turn around here, you can of course go ahead and have a look at my channel. I have ordinary stretching session and kind of stretching with a foam roller or connecting tissue. So if you feel a bit tight around your shoulders and your lower back, maybe from sitting all day, pushing back here, then you can go and have a look at that and do that on your rest day. So not hard interval training every day. Put in and shuffle up your workouts. If you, like me, like to work out almost every day, you're gonna do different kind of setups and different kind of workouts in between your hard working days. So please give it a like and put a comment below. It's always great to talk to you out there, and maybe you want to share it, subscribe if you haven't done it already. Different kind of workouts here, over 300 videos and session here, so you just go and have a look. And even though it's a month or two and maybe a year old, it's still working very well for you. So until I see you next time, stay happy, stay healthy, and stay strong. Take good care. Bye.